The cedar sap has turned to glass inside this little pinecone shell, and autumn leaves a subtle trace where summer shadows fell. A tiny pinecone rests beside my teacup on the oak. It drifted down the garden path before the orchard woke. The porch light flickers gently in the cool October breeze, while golden leaves begin to drop from ancient maple trees. I count the lines across the wood and listen to the floor as chilly air slides quietly beneath the kitchen door. The tea is steaming slowly in the low afternoon light. The robins pack their feathers for a long southern flight. I turn the little woody stem between my weathered thumb and wait to see which quiet song the dark night will become. A chilly northern wind arrives to shake the frost across the lawn, while winter weaves its silver thread before the early light is drawn. I keep the kitchen fire low to save the amber glowing wood, and watch the changing calendar explain what time has understood. The autumn yields its heavy branch to let the sleeping earth rest deep. The table holds the quiet gifts that every month leaves on the pine. A robin's feather from July, this tiny cone of yours and mine. We do not hurry through the years. We let the quiet colors fade and smile at all the gentle tracks the steady shifting months have made. The pinecone stays upon the wood, a keeper of the fall. The house grows dark, the kettle cools against the yellow wall. I close my eyes and listen as the winter softly calls. Pull up that wicker chair and rest your tired feet. Listen to autumn slow down right outside our gate. A milk truck clinks its glass along the cobblestone. The iron wheels hum softly through the chilly air. You left your wool cardigan right beside my own, and October brought a quiet we can finally share. The street sweepers brush away the golden birch tree leaves, while sparrows chirp a low note under wooden eaves. The year is turning slow and deep, a gentle rhythm we can keep. We watch the maple branches turn from green to burnt pecan, while winter waits around the bend to freeze the garden hose. Put down your silver spoon before the kitchen steam is gone, and let the frost write stories where the lilac used to grow. Remember when we planted seeds in early May? The soil was cold and dark against your calloused hand. Now crows are calling softly as the shadows sway across the mossy garden paths we used to plan. We do not need many words to pass the afternoon, just tea leaves settling in a hand-painted spoon. The wind is whistling softly down the narrow alleyway. It sweeps the dry pine needles into little amber mounds. Old friend, there is no hurry in the middle of the day, when nature speaks in gentle, simple sounds. Listen to the bicycle bell ringing down the lane. Stay a little longer while the cool breeze blows. The porch light flickers on behind the window pane. Rest your hands now, old friend, everything grows still. Damp pine needles smell of autumn rain. He watches yellow leaves drift down the lane. A gentle season turns the world around. He rests his boots upon the cooling ground. The smell of crushed wet bark is in the air. Old Arthur sits upon his porch step chair. He watches crows fly south against the gray and counts the quiet passing of the day. The garden soil is rich and dark with frost. He knows that not a single hour is lost. The maple turns a deep and crimson red. He tips his faded wool hat on his head. A silver streetlight starts its evening glow. He feels the gentle way the seasons go. He carries split wood to the kitchen wall, while shadows gather as the sparrows call. A steady kettle warms the darkened glass, and amber light adorns the faded grass. He smiles, knowing nature keeps her pace, and settles back into this gentle place. The apple trees stand bare across the yard. The frozen mud is turning firm and hard. He pours some tea and listens to the breeze that wanders softly through the naked trees. His faithful collie sleeps beside the stove, wrapped in the memories of the maple grove. November creeps across the pasture wall. The air turns sharp and clear for winter's call. No need to rush the changing of the year, when warmth and peace are already right here. Sweet wood smoke lingers softly in the night. Arthur turns down the yellow parlor light. The birch logs rest beside the hearth below. Outside, the lane begins to fill with snow. A sudden notion strikes the silent sitting room before the orchard trees lose all their autumn bloom. The tea grows heavy with a berry scent, recalling everywhere the summer went. The velvet blanket rests across the sofa seat. Outside the window pane, the frost and acorns meet. The dust motes float within a narrow beam of gray, while quiet hours gently steal the light away. A thought breaks through the stillness hanging in the air. We left the blue umbrella sitting by the stair. The steam rises slowly from a china cup. The evening shadow swallows whole garden up. The garden path turns amber under heavy skies, while gray clouds linger where a swallow flies. Old leather coats hang waiting by the kitchen door as golden sunlight spills across the maple floor. Each passing breeze brings back a song we used to know, before all sleeping hills are covered up in snow. The fireplace crackles with a cedar log. The valley hides beneath a sheet of fog. Time moves like water in a slow-flowing stream, turning the patio into last year's dream. Two spoons are resting on the wooden tray tonight. The iron window frame holds back the fading light. The silence returns, but warm and deep, as all the summer flowers fall asleep. Where does the summer go when evening chills the breeze? A secret hidden deep among the ancient maple trees. The swallows flew away before the shadows grew so long, and left the quiet meadow with a half-remembered song. Why does the birch bark peel in paper strips today? I blow the steam above my tea and watch it float away. A squirrel counts his walnuts by the mossy garden gate, while clouds of purple asters wonder why the spring was late. My slipper taps the floorboards in a rhythm slow and sweet, as woolly caterpillars cross the gravel on the street. The smell of wood smoke lingers on the cool, damp air, and rocking chairs are resting on the open porch out there. I wonder if the river knows which way it ought to run, or if it simply wanders till the autumn chill is done. The amber twilight drifts across the gray stone wall, hall, where heavy orchard apples gathered before the frost could call. A copper kettle hums above the gentle kitchen flame, while dry brown oak leaves whisper a forgotten name. I pull my woolen cardigan around my tired chest, watching the quiet country valleys settle down to rest. Questions without answers drift like feathers in the draft, beside the old pine table where we sat and talked and laughed. The season changes slippers while the room is growing dim, and memory fills the teacup right up to the silver brim. Where do the swallows sleep? The evening shadows creep. A candle on the sill. The windy hill is still. No answers needed now, just frost upon the bough. Don't rush the evening light away, young man. The leaves will turn without your restless hands. This heavy oak seat presses deep into the pine floor, holding 80 winters in its steady grain. I sit right where you used to pace beside the door, watching red maples drink the quiet rain. You ran so fast to catch the spring before it passed, unaware that softness is the thing that lasts. The autumn wind is blowing through the copper screen, unfolding all the beauty that you left unseen. I wish I sent a letter down the line to 22 to tell you that the frost will never break the orchard tree. You spent your youngest seasons fearing skies of stormy blue, when summer was just waiting there to set your spirit free. Now snowfall gathers slow along the porch rail outside, and all those heavy years feel light as drifting down. There was no reason for the tears you tried to hide, while seasons gently wrap their arms around our town. Rest your shoulders now, my younger friend. The winter brings a peaceful, gentle end. The chair holds still. The evening slants across the floor. Honey-colored roof slant through the silver birch tree. A stranger sits alone and softly nods at me. Copper light is falling on the cobblestone floor. You shift your wooden cane beside the library door. The The autumn comes so fast, you say, looking at the sky, as golden yellow beams drift slowly floating by. I sit down at the edge and watch the shadows grow. Two strangers breathing gently in the amber glow. A cool breeze turns the chestnut leaves to gold, while stories of the changing season quietly unfold. When October paints the public park in buttery light, we speak of quiet gardens that survive the winter night. The chill upon the marble steps, the falling oak leaf sound, and how the sweetest memories are tucked inside the ground. You show a withered photograph of aprons on a line, a summer 40 years ago when all the weather was fine. I tell you how my garden rose still tries to bloom in frost. We smile because no golden afternoon is truly lost. The light fades down to lavender across your coat of gray. Thank you for this little talk before the end of day. The season turns so gently now. The air is cold and sweet. Goodbye, my friendly stranger, on this quiet autumn street. You said yesterday the sparrows would be packing up their nest. Today a woolly caterpillar creeps across the granite stone. The neighbor's birch tree dropped 3 yellow leaves upon the lawn. A silver dewdrop lingers on the garden pump alone. You said yesterday the sparrows would be packing up their nest. A gray squirrel carries half an acorn up the cinder wall. The wooden trellis shivers as a chilly north draft blows. Small pumpkin vines are drying down before the late frost falls. The brass latch on the kitchen gate catches the fading glow. The damp moss turns a deeper shade beside the shed wall foundation. The chimney trail of pale gray smoke brings winter's invitation. A copper penny weather vane turns slowly toward the east. The heavy cedar berries ripen as warm summer winds release. Small pebbles click together on the path where rain once ran, and cold dark soil retains the subtle warmth of nature's plan. 4 dry oak leaves are floating on the bird bath in the back. A field mouse slips beneath the porch where firewood sits in rows. The tomato vines have faded into brittle coils of brown. Your worn wool coat hangs on the hook right where the cold air blows. The damp moss turns a deeper shade beside trail of pale gray smoke brings winter's invitation. A copper penny weather vane turns slowly toward the east. The heavy cedar berries ripen as warm summer winds release. Small pebbles click together on the path where rain once ran, and cold dark soil retains the subtle warmth of nature's plan. The cool air tastes like damp pine bark and forgotten herbal tea. A lone black crow sits motionless upon the cherry tree. The shadows stretch 3 inches long across the fading grass. We watch the quiet afternoon turn into dusk at last. You were right yesterday about the hydrangeas on the lane. They turned a dusty violet right before the twilight rain. A folded blanket on the porch, a teapot on the stove. The garden tucks its roots away inside this peaceful grove. Thick scratchy wool still hangs behind the door, heavy and stiff from 50 years of dust. My fingers trace the weave along the hem, softened by time and early autumn rust. A single thread pulls backward through the dark and brings the scent of pine trees to the porch. The chill outside is creeping through the floor, while winter waits to take the orchard hill. One gentle squeeze of flannel in my hand makes 50 years stand suddenly dead still. We spread that golden plate across the grass when August heat gave way to early rain. You laughed until your teacup tipped right over and green wild grapes spilled out along the lane, leaving a sweet purple mark upon the sleeve that never quite washed out when summer died. The velvet collar holds your powder yet, a lingering dry lavender and wood. I hear the autumn wind begin to sigh, just like the song we never understood. Yellow leaves drop slowly on the yard, while shadows lengthen on the quiet floor. Time folds itself like linen in a drawer. The seasons blend from gold to silent white. I close my eyes and feel the heavy thread reaching right back into that faded light. The weave is warm against my resting palm. November rain turns softly into slush. I keep the blanket folded on my knees, safe in the quiet evening hush. Watching red oak leaves drift far away. The old porch screen will rattle soft and low. The kettle will whistle a lazy jazz tune under the pale edge of a winter moon. We will hold warm cups in our wrinkled hands, watching frost-right lines on the quiet lands. Someday the orchard will sleep under snow, while hickory smoke fills the valley below. We'll trace every ring in the oak table wood, finding the peace that we both understood, knowing the seasons turn steady and slow. By springtime the clock will strike 4 again. Soft rain will fall on the windowsill pane. Green shoots will peek through the damp garden soil, rewarding our quiet and gentle old toil. We'll lean on the cedar and dream of the rain. Years pass us by like a river in sleep, storing up memories gentle and deep. There in the future, right where we belong, nature will hum us a familiar song. 4:15 comes and 4:15 goes. Outside the window a wild berry grows. We will be sitting right here in the light, waiting for stars in the calm, cozy night. The striped peach pit sits beside my teacup, a bumpy reminder of late July's heat. I roll it slowly between my thumb and finger, remembering orchard dust under my feet. Outside the glass, late October is knocking, turning the garden to a quiet light gray. The wind has a softness that asks me to stay, sitting real close while the afternoon fades. I watch through the window as shadows collide, leaving sweet rust on the marigold shades. The kitchen grows dim as cold air rolls down the hill, scattering maple leaves over stone steps that songbirds used to fill. And I pour warm water while autumn settles deep inside the wood, finding quiet peace in changes I never thought I understood. The old wall clock ticks with a patient rhythm, a gentle, steady cadence I appreciate now. I recall planning that sapling 30 years back, reaching up high for the very first bough. Now branches rest easy in early blue twilight, dropping their weight with a soft, steady sigh. Winter will come with dark wool and hot tea, wrapping the meadows in silvery frost. Yet nothing we gathered in sunny daylight is ever forgotten or truly lost. The peach pit stays right by the salt shaker today, a small piece of summer that didn't slip away. The stove is warm, the night comes in easy. Squeaking cart go past our lane, rattling milk crates through the autumn chill. You always said September brought the rain, before the poplars turned on Miller's Hill. Take off your coat, sit down a while with me. The air is crisp, the sky is turning gray, a quiet breeze is gathering up the leaves. We have no reason to rush through the day or fret over what the winter steals or weaves. The frost will claim the marigolds by dark, while geese fly south in scattered silver lines. We keep our slippers warm beside the spark and drink sweet tea beneath the backyard pines. As season changes, leave its quiet mark. The street sweeper rolls along the avenue, scraping wet acorns off the slippery stone. I poured an extra mug of broth for you, so neither one of us feels left alone. Look how the birch trees shed their golden thread. Remember years ago when summer stayed too long? We sat right here and watched the crickets fade. Now winter whispers in a low and mellow song, rewinding every promise that we made. Listen to ties his garden hose. The chill in the air grows sharp and hard, while autumn comes and summer goes. He pauses by the wooden crate and sniffs the crisp November breeze. The twilight lingers at the gate among the sleepy yellow trees. He folds his wool cap at the edge and wipes the dust off every skin. A robin settles on the hedge before the quiet dark rolls in. The heavy gourds rest quietly upon the porch floorboard, while frosty grass prepares to sleep beneath the starry cord. He tucks the burlap sacks away inside the wooden shed as winter claims the garden where the sweet red roses bled. Cooked with clove fills up the small kitchen hall. He turns the iron stove knob slow and listens to the raindrops fall. The frost begins to etch the glass with delicate and silver thread. He watches all the songbirds pass and pats the sleepy doggy's head. The years move slow like river bends. Each season brings a gentle change. Old Thomas smiles on faithful friends when simple, quiet things arrange. The acorn drops into the lane. He turns the porch light softly on. The scent of pine remains again until the last cold shadow's gone. Total quiet rested in the empty hall until a sudden memory split the scene. Late sunlight leans against the parlor wall, washing over velvet faded green. Outside, the last oak leaf turns to rust, settling down into the garden dust. A chill wind touches the hemlock trees, shaking dry seed pots above the grass. Nature lowers her song by soft degrees, reflecting slow motion through the glass. An icy dust creeps past the garden wall, where blue shadows stretch before the apples fall. Cold air carries smoke from a chimney flue, staining the dry grass with the silver hue. The kettle sizzles gently on the iron stove, releasing steam into the quiet room. Bare birch twigs gather in the nearby grove, reaching up through afternoon's faint gloom. The world outside is resting for the night. Surrenders to the coming gray. Frost begins to etch the outer window ledge. sing now. Pick the tea cloth up, peace without a doubt. Measured how deep the creek runs before the freeze. I saw a cardinal blink twice in the birch tree shade. My tea is tepid, but the steam lingers in the draft. The porch step squeaks when the wind turns north. A squirrel drops a nut on the tin roof, sudden and sharp. I wonder if the moss remembers April at all. The afternoon shifts like silk across the rug. One shoe is under the bench, the other by the door. A flock of geese cuts a silent gray line toward the lake. The garden gate sways on a rusty iron hinge, while cold river stones keep their secrets below. A lone robin hops on the dry clover fringe. And evening arrives as the shadows expand. We gather the pine twigs to warm up the room, then watch how the darkness turns frost into snow. Did I leave the garden shears out by the pump? The shadows grow long, touching the old wooden fence. A stray cat pauses on the gravel path to sniff a leaf. The radiator hums its low familiar bedtime tune. Everything smells like cool wet earth and cedar bark. I forget what I came into the kitchen to find. Maybe the year just runs out of quiet thoughts. First the green fades, then the dark pulls the curtain tight. I fold my knuckles into the warm wool cardigan pocket. A single red berry hangs on the bare winter branch. The tea is cold now. A moth taps the window screen once. The creek keeps running under the hill. Sleep creeps in like a soft wool blanket. Copper tone light rests right across your coat. A golden hue on which the autumn leaves float. Pardon me, stranger, sitting by my side. The afternoon is slipping like a gentle tide. You look up softly from your open book. The crisp air rustles through the birch tree row, and shadows lengthen as the hours go. We talk of how the autumn gold turns deep before the cold, and how a friendly voice can keep a lonely spirit bold. The fallen leaves drift down to pave the stone walkway, while simple quiet warmth preserves a fading day. Pale amethyst glimmers where the river bends. You tell me how a distant summer ends. We speak of frost that silvered garden ground, and how the winter brings a peaceful sound. You share a peppermint from your wool coat pocket. The park grows dusky under twilight skies. A silver starlight starts to softly rise. We never asked each other for a name, yet seasonal changes feel much kinder just the same. You tip your hat and step into the dusk. The autumn air smells sweetly of dry husk. A calm stillness stays upon the wooden seat, where two old strangers happened once to meet. Yesterday you told me Clover turns brown along the driveway before frost appears. Today I saw a caterpillar crawl across the gravel path behind the shears. The neighbor's wind chime dropped a brass ring down, and maple wings came spinning to the ground. A gentle hush is settling on the lawn. The robins gather near the cedar fence. We watch the garden slow its quiet pace, and everything makes simple, quiet sense. The autumn air is cool against the glass, while yellow leaves assemble on the grass. A robin pecks the pumpkin on the step to keep the promises the season kept. And evening shadows stretch across the lane like quiet brushstrokes on a window pane. The woodpile rests beside the kitchen door, with moss beginning on the lowest log. A single acorn landed in the bucket, and over near the meadow lies the fog. The porch light flickers once and then stays bright to greet another cool September night. Small changes happen while we sip our tea. The birch bark peels in strips of softest gray. The garden gate swings shut without a sound to mark another quiet passing day. The thistle died just like you said it would. The lantern shines across the damp dry wood. The season turns so softly in the dark, while one crow calls across the sleeping park. Rough linen weave under my thumb, softened by 50 years of spring. The yellow threads are unraveling where summer rain used to fall. I brush the dust off this old hem and smell the orchard once again. A sudden breeze turns back the page beyond the cedar fence and hedge. We walk through clover when the afternoon grew cold. Your faded coat pockets held 2 apples made of leaves rustled softly as the maples dropped their crown, and 30 years vanished while the golden light sank down. The fabric holds the scent of pine, a lingering taste of wild blackberry wine. I run my fingers down the seam and step right back into that dream. The porch light flickers in the draft, just like the quiet way you laughed. Time is just a weaver at a heavy wooden loom, spinning winter twilight right inside this quiet room. Every single thread remembers where the river bent, and every autumn afternoon we spent. Rough linen, cool against my skin. The night moves out, the memories move in. Just hold the thread, just let the seasons turn. 7 o'clock on the quiet wooden clock. I imagine us sitting right here. The autumn wind will softly knock and winter will feel so near. We will watch the yellow leaves glide down far away from the busy town. Your hair will be silver as frosted grass, holding a cup made of heavy blue glass. We will not worry about time passing by, just watching late geese in the pale purple sky. When October arrives in that distant year, we shall sip sweet cider and stay right here, listening close as the cold raindrops fall, tracing old memories carved on the wall, finding complete peace in the afternoon chill. 8 o'clock when the shadow grows long, the robin will sing his very last song. A pile of birch wood stacked by the door, warm wool slippers resting on the floor. You will turn the page of a well-worn book, giving me that quiet, familiar look. Years will roll onward like water in spring, taking the worries that middle age brings. Nature will cradle our sleepy old home, where moss and soft ivy forever will roam. So gentle and slow, outside the window, the first quiet snow. We will be safe in the warmth of the light. Sleep tight, my dear, in the gathering night. The cedar sap has turned to glass inside this little pinecone shell, and autumn leaves a subtle trace where summer shadows fell. A tiny pinecone rests beside my teacup on the oak. It drifted down the garden path before the orchard woke. The porch light flickers gently in the cool October breeze, while golden leaves begin to drop from ancient maple trees. I count the lines across the wood and listen to the floor as chilly air slides quietly beneath the kitchen door. The tea is steaming slowly in the low afternoon light. The robins pack their feathers for a long southern flight. I turn the little woody stem between my weathered thumb and wait to see which quiet song the dark night will become. A chilly northern wind arrives to shake the frost across the lawn, while winter weaves its silver thread before the early light is drawn. I keep the kitchen fire low to save the amber glowing wood, and watch the changing calendar explain what time has understood. The autumn yields its heavy branch to let the sleeping earth rest deep. The table holds the quiet gifts that every month leaves on the pine. A robin's feather from July, this tiny cone of yours and mine. We do not hurry through the years, we let the quiet colors fade and smile at all the gentle tracks the steady shifting months have made. The pine cone stays upon the wood, a keeper of the fall. The house grows dark, the kettle cools against the yellow wall. I close my eyes and listen as the winter softly calls. Pull up that wicker chair and rest your tired feet. Listen to autumn slow down right outside our gate. A milk truck clinks its glass along the cobblestone. The iron wheels hum softly through the chilly air. You left your wool cardigan right beside my own, and October brought a quiet we can finally share. The street sweepers brush away the golden birch tree leaves, while sparrows chirp a low note under wooden eaves. The year is turning slow and deep, a gentle rhythm we can keep. We watch the maple branches turn from green to burnt pecan, while winter waits around the bend to freeze the garden hose. Put down your silver spoon before the kitchen steam is gone, and let the frost write stories where the lilac used to grow. Remember when we planted seeds in early May? The soil was cold and dark against your calloused hand. Now crows are calling softly as the shadows sway across the mossy garden paths we used to plan. We do not need many words to pass the afternoon, just tea leaves settling in a hand. its spoon. The wind is whistling softly down the narrow alleyway. It sweeps the dry pine needles into little amber mounds. Old friend, there is no hurry in the middle of the day, when nature speaks in gentle, simple sounds. Listen to the bicycle bell ringing down the lane. Stay a little longer while the cool breeze blows. The porch light flickers on behind the window pane. Rest your hands now, old friend, everything grows still. Damp pine needles smell of autumn rain. He watches yellow leaves drift down the lane. A gentle season turns the world around. He rests his boots upon the cooling ground. The smell of crushed wet bark is in the air. Old Arthur sits upon his porch step chair. He watches crows fly south against the gray and counts the quiet passing of the day. The garden soil is rich and dark with frost. He knows that not a single hour is lost. The maple turns a deep and crimson red. He tips his faded wool hat on his head. A silver streetlight starts its evening glow. He feels the gentle way the seasons go. He carries split wood to the kitchen wall, while shadows gather as the sparrows call. A steady kettle warms the darkened glass, and amber light adorns the faded grass. He smiles, knowing nature keeps her pace, and settles back into this gentle place. The apple trees stand bare across the yard. The frozen mud is turning firm and hard. He pours some tea and listens to the breeze that wanders softly through the naked trees. His faithful collie sleeps beside the stove, wrapped in the memories of the maple grove. November creeps across the pasture wall. The air turns sharp and clear for winter's call. No need to rush the changing of the year, when warmth and peace are already right here. Sweet wood smoke lingers softly in the night. Arthur turns down the yellow parlor light. The birch logs rest beside the hearth below. Outside, the lane begins to fill with snow. A sudden notion strikes the silent sitting room, before the orchard trees lose all their autumn bloom. The tea grows heavy with a berry scent, recalling everywhere the summer went. The velvet blanket rests across the sofa seat. Outside the window pane, pane the frost and acorns meet. The dust motes float within a narrow beam of gray, while quiet hours gently steal the light away. A thought breaks through the stillness hanging in the air. We left the blue umbrella sitting by the stair. The steam rises slowly from a china cup. The evening shadow swallows whole garden up. The garden path turns amber under heavy skies, while gray clouds linger where a swallow flies. Old leather coats hang waiting by the kitchen door, as golden sunlight spills across the maple floor. Each passing breeze brings back a song we used to know, before all sleeping hills are covered up in snow. The fireplace crackles with a cedar log. The valley hides beneath a sheet of fog. Time moves like water in a slow-flowing stream, turning the patio into last year's dream. Two spoons are resting on the wooden tray tonight. The iron window frame holds back the fading light. The silence returns, but warm and deep, as all the summer flowers fall asleep. Where does the summer go when evening chills the breeze? A secret hidden deep among the ancient maple trees. The swallows flew away before the shadows grew so long, and left the quiet meadow with a half-remembered song. Why does the birch bark peel in paper strips today? I blow the steam above my tea and watch it float away. A squirrel counts his walnuts by the mossy garden gate, while clouds of purple asters wonder why the spring was late. My slipper taps the floorboards in a rhythm slow and sweet, as woolly caterpillars cross the gravel on the street. The smell of wood smoke lingers on the cool, damp air, and rocking chairs are resting on the open porch out there. I wonder if the river knows which way it ought to run, or if it simply wanders till the autumn chill is done. The amber twilight drifts across the gray stone wall, where heavy orchard apples gathered before the frost could call. A copper kettle hums above the gentle kitchen flame, while dry brown oak leaves whisper a forgotten name. I pull my woolen cardigan around my tired chest, watching the quiet country valleys settle down to rest. Questions without answers drift like feathers in the draft, beside the old pine table where we sat and while the room is growing dim, and memory fills the teacup right up to the silver brim. Where do the swallows sleep? The evening shadows creep. A candle on the sill. The windy hill is still. No answers needed now. Just frost upon the bough. Don't rush the evening light away, young man. The leaves will turn without your restless hands. This heavy oak seat presses deep into the pine floor, holding 80 winters in its steady grain. I sit right where you used to pace beside the door, watching red maples drink the quiet rain. You ran so fast to catch the spring before it passed, unaware that softness is the thing that lasts. The autumn wind is blowing through the copper screen, unfolding all the beauty that you left unseen. I wish I sent a letter down the line to 22 to tell you that the frost will never break the orchard tree. You spent your youngest seasons fearing skies of stormy blue, when summer was just waiting there to set your spirit free. Now snowfall gathers slow along the porch rail outside, and all those heavy years feel light as drifting down. There was no reason for the tears you tried to hide, while seasons gently wrap their arms around our town. Rest your shoulders now, my younger friend. The winter brings a peaceful, gentle end. The chair holds still. The evening slants across the floor. Honey-colored roof slant through the silver birch tree. A stranger sits alone and softly nods at me. Copper light is falling on the cobblestone floor. You shift your wooden cane beside the library door. The autumn comes so fast, you say, looking at the sky, as golden yellow beams drift slowly floating by. I sit down at the edge and watch the shadows grow. Two strangers breathing gently in the amber glow. A cool breeze turns the chestnut leaves to gold, while stories of the changing season quietly unfold. When October paints the public park in buttery light, we speak of quiet gardens that survive the winter night. steps, the falling oak leaf sound, and how the sweetest memories are tucked inside the ground. You show a withered photograph of aprons on a line, a summer 40 years ago when all the weather was fine. I tell you how my garden rose still tries to bloom in frost. We smile because no golden afternoon is truly lost. The light fades down to lavender across your coat of gray. Thank you for this little talk before the end of day. The season turns so gently now. The air is cold and sweet. Goodbye, my friendly stranger, on this quiet autumn street. You said yesterday the sparrows would be packing up their nest. Today a woolly caterpillar creeps across the granite stone. The neighbor's birch tree dropped 3 yellow leaves upon the lawn. A silver dewdrop lingers on the garden pump alone. You said yesterday the sparrows would be packing up their nest. A gray squirrel carries half an acorn up the cinder wall. The wooden trellis shivers as a chilly north draft blows. Small pumpkin vines are drying down before the late frost falls. The brass latch on the kitchen gate catches the fading glow. The damp moss turns a deeper shade beside the shed wall foundation. The chimney trail of pale gray smoke brings winter's invitation. A copper penny weather vane turns slowly toward the east. The heavy cedar berries ripen as warm summer winds release. Small pebbles click together on the path where rain once ran, and cold dark soil retains the subtle warmth of nature's plan. 4 dry oak leaves are floating on the bird bath in the back. A field mouse slips beneath the porch where firewood sits in rows. The tomato vines have faded into brittle coils of brown. Your worn wool coat hangs on the hook right where the cold air blows. The damp moss turns a deeper shade beside the shed wall foundation. A chimney trail of pale gray smoke brings winter's invitation. A copper penny weather vane turns slowly toward the east. The heavy cedar berries ripen as warm summer winds release. Small pebbles click together on the path where rain once ran, and cold dark soil retains the subtle warmth of nature's plan. The cool air tastes like damp pine bark and forgotten herbal tea. A lone black crow sits motionless upon a cherry tree. The shadows stretch 3 inches long across across the fading grass. We watched the quiet afternoon turn into dusk at last. You were right yesterday about the hydrangeas on the lane. They turned a dusty violet right before the twilight rain. A folded blanket on the porch, a teapot on the stove. The garden tucks its roots away inside this peaceful grove. Thick scratchy wool still hangs behind the door, heavy and stiff from 50 years of dust. My fingers trace the weave along the hem, softened by time and early autumn rust. A single thread pulls backward through the dark and brings the scent of pine trees to the porch. The chill outside is creeping through the floor, while winter waits to take the orchard hill. One gentle squeeze of flannel in my hand makes 50 years stand suddenly dead still. We spread that golden plate across the grass when August heat gave way to early rain. You laughed until your teacup tipped right over and green wild grapes spilled out along the lane, leaving a sweet purple mark upon the sleeve that never quite washed out when summer died. The velvet collar holds your powder yet, a lingering dry lavender and wood. I hear the autumn wind begin to sigh, just like the song we never understood. Yellow leaves drop slowly on the yard, while shadows lengthen on the quiet floor. Time folds itself like linen in a drawer. The seasons blend from gold to silent white. I close my eyes and feel the heavy thread reaching right back into that faded light. The weave is warm against my resting palm. November rain turns softly into slush. I keep the blanket folded on my knees, safe in the quiet evening hush. red oak leaves drift far away. The old porch screen will rattle soft and low. The kettle will whistle a lazy jazz tune under the pale edge of a winter moon. We will hold warm cups in our wrinkled hands, watching frost write lines on the quiet lands. Someday the orchard will sleep under snow, while hickory smoke fills the valley below. We'll trace every ring in the oak table wood, finding the peace that we both understood, knowing the seasons turn steady and slow. By springtime the clock will strike 4 again. Soft rain will fall on the windowsill pane. Green shoots will peek through the damp garden soil, rewarding our quiet and gentle old toil. We'll lean on the cedar and dream of the rain. Years pass us by like a river in sleep, storing up memories gentle and deep. There in the future, right where we belong, nature will hum us a familiar song. 4:15 comes and 4:15 goes. Outside the window a wild berry grows. We will be sitting right here in the light, waiting for stars in the calm, cozy night. The striped peach pit sits beside my teacup, a bumpy reminder of late July's heat. I roll it slowly between my thumb and finger, remembering orchard dust under my feet. Outside the glass, late October is knocking, turning the garden to a quiet light gray. The wind has a softness that asks me to stay, sitting real close while the afternoon fades. I watch through the window as shadows collide, leaving sweet rust on the marigold shades. The kitchen grows dim as cold air rolls down the hill, scattering maple leaves over stone steps that songbirds used to fill. And I pour warm water while autumn settles deep inside the wood, finding quiet peace in changes I never thought I understood. The old wall clock ticks with a patient rhythm, a gentle, steady cadence I appreciate now. I recall planning that sapling 30 years back, reaching up high for the very first bough. Now branches rest easy in early blue twilight, dropping their weight with a soft, steady sigh. of dark wool and hot tea, wrapping the meadows in silvery frost. Yet nothing we gathered in sunny daylight is ever forgotten or truly lost. The peach pit stays right by the salt shaker today, a small piece of summer that didn't slip away. The stove is warm, the night comes in easy. The squeaking cart go past our lane, rattling milk crates through the autumn chill. You always said September brought the rain. Before the poplars turned on Miller's Hill, take off your coat, sit down a while with me. The air is crisp, the sky is turning gray. A quiet breeze is gathering up the leaves. We have no reason to rush through the day or fret over what the winter steals or weaves. The frost will claim the marigolds by dark, while geese fly south in scattered silver lines. We keep our slippers warm beside the spark and drink sweet tea beneath the backyard pines. As season changes, leave its quiet mark. The street sweeper rolls along the avenue, scraping wet acorns off the slippery stone. I poured an extra mug of broth for you, so neither one of us feels left alone. Look how the birch trees shed their golden thread. Remember years ago when summer stayed too long? We sat right here and watched the crickets fade. Now winter whispers in a low and mellow song, rewinding every promise that we made. Rest your tired hands, my faithful friend. Let the cold wind blow across the hill. We have a warm hearth until the end. Burnt leaf smoke drifts across the yard, and Thomas ties his garden hose. The chill in the air grows sharp and hard, while autumn comes and summer goes. He pauses by the wooden crate and sniffs the crisp November breeze. The lingers at the gate among the sleepy yellow trees. He folds his wool cap at the edge and wipes the dust off every skin. A robin settles on the hedge before the quiet dark rolls in. The heavy gourds rest quietly upon the porch floorboard, while frosty grass prepares to sleep beneath the starry cord. He tucks the burlap sacks away inside the wooden shed as winter claims the garden where the sweet red roses bled. Cooked with clove fills up the small kitchen hall. He turns the iron stove knob slow and listens to the raindrops fall. The frost begins to etch the glass with delicate and silver thread. He watches all the songbirds pass and pats the sleepy doggy's head. The years move slow like river bends. Each season brings a gentle change. Old Thomas smiles on faithful friends when simple, quiet things arrange. The acorn drops into the lane. He turns the porch light softly on. The scent of pine remains again until the last cold shadow's gone. Total quiet rested in the empty hall until a sudden memory split the scene. Late sunlight leans against the parlor wall, washing over velvet faded green. Outside, the last oak leaf turns to rust, settling down into the garden dust. A chill wind touches the hemlock trees, shaking dry seed pods above the grass. Nature lowers her song by soft degrees, reflecting slow motion through the glass. An icy dust creeps past the garden wall, where blue shadows stretch before the apples fall. Cold air carries smoke from a chimney flue, staining the dry grass with the silver hue. The kettle sizzles gently on the iron stove, releasing steam into the quiet room. Bare birch twigs gather in the nearby grove, reaching up through afternoon's faint gloom. The world outside is resting for the night. Surrenders to the coming gray. Frost begins to etch the outer window ledge. Every living bird has flown away, nestled deep inside the overgrown hedge. Steam above the cup, shadows fading now. Pick the tea cloth up, peace without a doubt. who measured how deep the creek runs before the freeze. I saw a cardinal blink twice in the birch tree shade. My tea is tepid, but the steam lingers in the draft. The porch step squeaks when the wind turns north. A squirrel drops a nut on the tin roof, sudden and sharp. I wonder if the moss remembers April at all. The afternoon shifts like silk across the rug. One shoe is under the bench, the other by the door. A flock of geese cuts a silent gray line toward the lake. The garden gate sways on a rusty iron hinge, while cold river stones keep their secrets below. A lone robin hops on the dry clover fringe. And evening arrives as the shadows expand. We gather the pine twigs to warm up the room, then watch how the darkness turns frost into snow. Did I leave the garden shears out by the pump? The shadows grow long, touching the old wooden fence. A stray cat pauses on the gravel path to sniff a leaf. The radiator hums its low, familiar bedtime tune. Everything smells like cool, wet earth and cedar bark. I forget what I came into the kitchen to find. Maybe the year just runs out of quiet thoughts. First the green fades, then the dark pulls the curtain tight. I fold my knuckles into the warm wool cardigan pocket. A single red berry hangs on the bare winter branch. The tea is cold now. A moth taps the window screen once. The creek keeps running under the hill. Sleep creeps in like a soft wool blanket. Copper tone light rests right across your coat. A golden hue on which the autumn leaves float. Pardon me, stranger, sitting by my side. The afternoon is slipping like a gentle tide. You look up softly from your open book. The crisp air rustles through the birch tree row, and shadows lengthen as the hours go. We talk of how the autumn gold turns deep before the cold, and how a friendly voice can keep a lonely spirit bold. The fallen leaves drift down to pave the stone walkway, while simple quiet warmth preserves a fading day. Pale amethyst glimmers where the river bends. You tell me how a distant summer ends. We speak of frost that silvered garden ground, and how the winter brings a peaceful sound. You share a peppermint from your wool coat pocket. The park grows dusky under twilight skies. A silver starlight starts to softly rise. We never asked asked each other for a name. Yet seasonal changes feel much kinder just the same. You tip your hat and step into the dusk. The autumn air smells sweetly of dry husk. A calm stillness stays upon the wooden seat, where two old strangers happened once to meet. Yesterday you told me Clover turns brown along the driveway before frost appears. Today I saw a caterpillar crawl across the gravel path behind the shears. The neighbor's wind chime dropped a brass ring down, and maple wings came spinning to the ground. A gentle hush is settling on the lawn. The robins gather near the cedar fence. We watch the garden slow its quiet pace, and everything makes simple, quiet sense. The autumn air is cool against the glass, while yellow leaves assemble on the grass. A robin pecks the pumpkin on the step to keep the promises the season kept. And evening shadows stretch across the lane like quiet brushstrokes on a window pane. The woodpile rests beside the kitchen door, with moss beginning on the lowest log. A single acorn landed in the bucket, and over near the meadow lies the fog. The porch light flickers once and then stays bright to greet another cool September night. Small changes happen while we sip our tea. The birch bark peels in strips of softest gray. The garden gate swings shut without a sound to mark another quiet passing day. The thistle died just like you said it would. The lantern shines across the damp, dry wood. The season turns so softly in the dark, while one crow calls across the sleeping park. Rough linen weave under my thumb, softened by 50 years of spring. The yellow threads are unraveling where summer rain used to fall. I brushed the dust off this old hem and smell the orchard once again. A sudden breeze turns back the page beyond the cedar fence and hedge. We walk through clover when the afternoon grew cold. Your faded coat pockets held 2 apples made of gold. The dry leaves rustled softly as the maples dropped their crown, and 30 years vanished while the golden light sank down. The fabric holds the scent of pine, a lingering taste of wild blackberry wine. tears down the seam and step right back into that dream. The porch light flickers in the draft, just like the quiet way you laughed. Time is just a weaver at a heavy wooden loom, spinning winter twilight right inside this quiet room. Every single thread remembers where the river bent, and every autumn afternoon we spent. Rough linen, cool against my skin. The night moves out, the memories move in. Just hold the thread, just let the seasons turn. 7 o'clock on the quiet wooden clock. I imagine us sitting right here. The autumn wind will softly knock and winter will feel so near. We will watch the yellow leaves glide down far away from the busy town. Your hair will be silver as frosted grass, holding a cup made of heavy blue glass. We will not worry about time passing by, just watching late geese in the pale purple sky. When October arrives in that distant year, we shall sip sweet cider and stay right here, listening close as the cold raindrops fall, tracing old memories carved on the wall, finding complete peace in the afternoon chill. 8 o'clock when the shadow grows long, the robin will sing his very last song. A pile of birch wood stacked by the door, warm wool slippers resting on the floor. You will turn the page of a well-worn book, giving me that quiet, familiar look. Years will roll onward like water in spring, taking the worries that middle age brings. Nature will cradle our sleepy old home, where moss and soft ivy forever will roam. Ticks so gentle and slow, outside the window the first quiet snow. We will be safe in the warmth of the light. Sleep tight, my dear, in the gathering